This is Screendivers. In this week's episode, we are talking about 1987, The Hidden. This movie is directed by Jack Sholder, written by Jim Coof, produced by Michael Meltzer, Gerald T. Holson, and Robert Shea, and it's starring Kyle MacLachlan, Michael Nouri, Claudia Christian, Clarence Felder, Clu Cooliger, Heather Ross, and a ton of other character actors. Cinematography by Jacques Aiken, edited by Michael N. New, music by Michael Covertino, and produced by Heron Communications and Mega Entertainment. This movie is distributed by New Line Cinema. It has a running time of 97 minutes. It was made for $4.5 million and it rated $9.7 million. How are you, Ricky?
I am okay. How are you?
Right, man, but I'm even better. Because in today's episode, we have a polymath of the highest order. A man who hails from the rugged Duncan-fueled landscape of New England, where the winters are long and the driving is expressive. He's a guitar shredding virtuoso and a DJ, capable of dropping beats so heavy they've been known to alter local gravity. When he isn't melting faces with sound, he's building something. When he's not dreaming about fast machines, he's lending his sweet voice to the EBD podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all time, and let's welcome the man, the myth, the legend, Ben, head in the jar ego, Briere!
Wow. That was something, buddy.
Ben, I'm so happy you're here. For our listeners, what is it? Head in a jar ego?
That's what Kevin always says, yeah. It's just jar ego, which
but
is just a
jar ego? Okay,
it's just a made-up nickname.
Well, Ben is one of the co-hosts of one of my favorite podcasts. You know, like, this is not hyperbole. It is one of my favorite podcasts. This guy's kept me company throughout the pandemic when the world was falling apart. I was racing around London on my motorcycle and listening to them. So you guys kept me company. But what I really like about the show is what we're trying to achieve with the show as well, which is organically the show feels like a conversation with friends. One of those conversations that perhaps, you know, your day-to-day doesn't allow you to have anymore. And I'm talking to you, listener. So if you get a chance and you want to listen to three other middle-aged men that do this possibly better than us, go and seek the EBD podcast. EBD stands for In This Episode Everybody Dies. A quintessential question must be asked. Ricky, what is this movie about?
Living in LA during 1987 is known to be quite a dangerous period of time. Let us follow Jack DeVries as he walks into LA's Wells Fargo bank and starts a killing spree, which then leads to a police car chase, which then leads to comical explosions all over LA. Do you think this is most of the movie? No, this is the first 10 minutes of the movie. Welcome to the world of The Hidden.
That's in a nutshell. That's this movie, man. Guys, why did we pick this movie? How did this movie even come into my zeitgeist? Like, I had a couple of conversations about this movie, and I told Sir David Joshua Smith, that we were going to do this. He was already upset because he wanted to do this, but I said, no, I'm sorry. This movie has already been given to Ben from In This Episode Everybody Dies. It's done. You can't have it. So he was upset. But the next thing he said to me was, how the hell didn't you see this movie before? I'm like, man, you know, I missed it. It's simple as that. But how did it come into my zeitgeist? It was a reel. It was a reel on social media. And basically it was a video clip for a track by, and for our listeners, look for it. You probably have already seen a different version, a different iteration of this, or you heard a different iteration of this song. It's by Lifelike, is an electronic music act, and the man behind it is a French man. His name is Laurent Ash. The track in question is called Motion. you have seen the reel that we're talking about, there's two versions that are going around, that are doing the rounds. And one of them has the opening sequence from The Hidden with barely any editing. The other one is a mashup between Black Moon Rising, Tommy Lee Jones, Benny Husin, Black Moon Rising, Tommy Lee Jones, and
Linda Hamilton.
There you go. It's I think Black Moon Rising has Linda Hamilton in it, and the mashup is scenes from Terminator. So it's a chase sequence because this track goes so well behind it, and it's a mashup between Terminator and Black Moon Rising. Have you guys seen it?
The music video, are you saying?
Yes, but not the one I sent you. The one I sent you guys is the one, like I said, there's two versions. I've seen both of them. In social media, they just appeared. But the first one really left a mark because I thought, what the fuck is this? It reminded me like, it looked super 80s, obviously. And it reminded me of They Leave, where Roddy Piper walks into the bank, with the immortal one-liner, I'm all out of bubblegum. I watched it and it floored me. This movie floored me. Then today, going looking for a few factoids, I came across a thing that really, it's renowned that in Italy, for example, Italians for a long time, and they're still doing it in Europe in general, not just in Italy, but they changed the title of shit. Movies are dubbed, right? And they changed the title of this movie in Italy to L'Alieno, which stands for The Alien.
The Alien.
Why the fuck would you do that? They gave away the plot of the movie, which, by the way, we're doing that now. So, I mean,
Spoiler warning.
Well, it is unspoilable, man. This movie is unspoilable. It's more like the journey than anything else, really. And the details. We're going to talk about it in detail, but there's a lot of cool cars in here as well. But before we even do that, guys, what was your first experience with this movie? Who wants to go first?
So, full disclosure, I realized within about 20 minutes that I had seen this, but it had been so long that it was more or less like a first viewing. I didn't know what was going to happen next. I just had this deja vu kind of feeling. Like, I think I've seen this before.
You said 20 minutes in, but what was the...
It was right about at the time where the alien takes over William Boyett. Heart attack alien guy.
Oh yeah, dude. He's great.
Because and I guess I'll just launch from there. I watched like a 20 facts you didn't know about this movie, and the guy was like really taking it seriously. Like this was like some like groundbreaking, like, bone chilling fucking horror movie. And I don't know, man, the minute William Boyett gets into the picture and he fucking beats the dude up in the record shop and steals the fucking Panasonic boombox, and he's like sitting in that diner fucking
It's awesome. Because as we're watching this movie, Anna goes, do you know where this is shot? And I'm like, it's got to be LA. Then we checked, it is LA.
Yeah.
But it is all shot on location. And the majority of the places that you see, I mean, you mentioned the record store now. And Anna looks, there's the scene where the cops go in there. So you get a few shots of the layout of this place. It's a real record store. Yeah. And it's an iconic record store. It closed down in 2013. It is called Bleeker's Bob's Records. It appears in this movie. If it's featured in Seinfeld, it's featured in 1,000 things. It closed down in 2013. So it was the record store sequence, as the guy's calling him out while he's stealing.
Yeah. Well, more or less, as soon as he came into the picture, I remembered how funny I thought he was. And that was like, okay, I know I've seen this.
Did you recognize the track that he's playing when he's sitting in the cafe with the boombox full volume? Concrete Blonde, dude. There's like 3 or 4 tracks from. It's a great soundtrack as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. So yeah, I had seen it before, and I guess despite Mr. 20 Facts thinking this was such a serious horror movie, I fucking laughed my ass off at it the entire time.
Likewise.
And no, mine, that doesn't mean it's bad. Like, that means it's good, in my opinion. I love me a little bit of like 80s schlock. It's not to say that there aren't some concepts to be taken seriously in it. It's just got
the framing.
Great kind of goofiness to it. Yeah,
absolutely. And it felt like it's not just the setting, that sense of familiarity that I think there's a lot of GTA. Like, you get a sense of even the characters, some of the characters I wish that were explored more. And I'll give you an example. The car salesman, the entire sequence, and I watched it today. I was laughing my ass off. when he was signing the paperwork for the car, because he's purchasing the car, he's sitting in the office, and there's a little car, and in the boot of the car there's a bunch of coke, and he's offering cocaine to the guy who's buying the car. It's just the entire exchange that is hilarious.
Yes.
And as well goes, and I said, yeah, that's great. I mean, for this scenario, if you're buying a Ferrari in 1987 and you're in someone's office, there's a sense of familiarity. Like, this is the guy where you bought your previous car from. Yeah, it's great. Have some.
Like, it's just shows the excess or the belief of excess during the 80s. I mean, it's such a, like, if he's got enough money to buy a Ferrari, a foreign import car in America, then he's got enough. He can be given like a couple of lines of blow. Why not?
Absolutely. Yes. It's for customers, right? It's for customers at a certain level. And this is right about the time in which, I mean, it wasn't legal, but it was pretty normalized, man. The use of cocaine as a party, it was
popular, especially with people that had a little bit of money. Yeah, I mean, the Lamborghini Countach famously comes with like a mysterious mirror in the glove box. One might wonder what that would be for.
Does it come with a free like metal rod as well?
What's
this for? What's this for, Aunt Jane?
I mean, it's probably in the toolkit, but yeah. I mean, the ultimate move is a rolled up $100 bill, but
of course, with a little bit of blood inside as well, right? Caked up blood.
Oh yeah.
But
a little bit of Hep C,
Exactly. And like, as we're watching the movie as well, there's so many cameos of like cool actors. Like, Lin Shaye is in this. I was like, what the fuck? Completely underused. Did you recognize her, Benny? If you've got a tab open, look at her. The moment you see her, you know exactly. You've seen her in 1,000 things.
You've seen Insidious recently.
She's in Insidious as well. Yeah.
Yeah, she's the
oh, yes.
You recognize Lin Shaye now?
Yeah.
I mean, look, she's always memorable. She was in Kingpin, and you guys have done Kingpin. She's a landlord in Kingpin. Yeah. She was in a movie that nobody talks about but us. I don't know why, and we're going to do it on the show because I love it. And Ricky, I'm sure you like it as well. Detroit Rock City. Yeah. I really like Detroit Rock City. It's one of those comedies that somehow it's... Have you seen it, Benny?
I've seen it. It's been a long time, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's got that comedic vein of movies like Hot Tub Time Machine or whatever. Like, it washes over you, but they're funny. And that in particular is really funny. It's got a ton of comedic actors cameoing in it, including Mark Corrigan. Is that Mark Corrigan? Corrigan, like, he's an indie sweetheart. He's in a lot of stuff from the 90s. And the moment you see him, he's also a writer, I think. It appears in 10,000 things, and it is as a character actor, is akin to Lin Shaye. But here, Edo Ross isn't this completely underused, but he's, and there's a lot of Chekhov gunnery in this movie as well.
Probably a bit too much Chekhov gunnery in this. My history with the film is echoes Benny quite a bit. As soon as I saw the anthropodic alien come out of the the guy from Twin Peaks' mouth. That was the point where I was
Which
like,
guy from Twin Peaks?
the guy who plays Hank Jennings in Twin Peaks. The actor's name
Chris
is
Mulkey.
Yes, Chris Mulkey.
Yeah.
When
He was
when
in Boardwalk Empire, dude. That guy's in 10,000 Things.
Oh, he's in lots. It's like Cloverfield Lane,
Better Call Saul, in
Better Call
fact,
Saul, all
everywhere.
of that stuff.
He's definitely that guy. His mug is very familiar.
Yeah. So when he opened his mouth and the anthropodic alien came out of his mouth, I was like, I've seen this film. And
Big snail, the big black snail.
Yeah, so as soon as that happened, then things started slotting into place. I started like putting together that, yes, I have seen this film before. Another scene that suddenly hit me was later on when the gentleman is in the in the office for international imports, and of course there's a little cupboard full of an arsenal for a small revolution in Cuba, just in the back room.
Whose house is that? Is that the house of the guy that was buying the car?
Yeah, it is. He stole the wallet off him, even though it doesn't get explained. And I had to put like 4 and 5 together to come up with 69. When he's against a box and the thing whips out of his arm and starts flailing around the place, that was another scene where I was like, no, I've definitely seen this film. And Sally said, so it's the special effects that you paid attention to when you first watched this film. And yeah, it is. But what you were saying about Chekhov gunnery, while I was watching it yesterday, and yes, I had seen the film previously, there was so much in this film that you could predict, that you knew was coming.
Yes.
I don't want to, spoilers and all that stuff. Kyle MacLachlan was pretty much playing an alien before he was playing an FBI agent in this film. There was like so much, like there's that whole scene where he like points to the sky when he gets asked where he's from. And it's just, there's so much that is... Basically, Flight of the Navigator had more subtlety in it.
For sure. In a nutshell, that's spot on. But I gotta tell you, dude, like I didn't expect. It's heavy-handed because of the topic of this movie. You know, it's B trash science fiction, but there's something about it, dude. Like some of the performances and some of the subtlety of some of the sequences do not belong in this movie, and yeah. That's why I think it's a classic now. Like people throw the word around underrated. Oh, that's underrated. And you read it. Sometimes you read it on social media and you go, what the fuck are you talking about? That's not underrated. But this one, at least for us, and I speak for all of us, I think, this is what a classic is. This is like a full-on classic. And in my opinion, I know you're putting a face, Ricky, of some kind, but I'm telling you, this is like in the annals for me now. There's something about this particular movie. When it comes all together, it's a special beast. And also the particular period in time. It's 1987. Kyle MacLachlan was in June in 84. Twin Peaks came in 1990. Blue Velvet came in 87. So I think that this was influential in the careers of everyone involved. For some reason, it's entertaining, it's funny, and Anne said the word timeless as we were watching it. That's an accolade for a movie from the 80s. You know, there's a lot of timeless movies from the 80s, but not in this genre. Not something that becomes timeless, the stuff that becomes dated. But this one, I would love to see even a remake of this and see if they managed to do that. Like the subtlety that I mentioned now, for example, I want to give you an example, and I don't know if I can. And also, like, there's a sense of recognition to the soundtrack of this movie as well. It's special. It's pretty special. I don't know. It's just a special combo. You know, I might as well lay it on the table now. I really enjoyed this, and I'm going to rate it highly. That's where I'm going with this. It's important to remember that it's 1987. And I'm trying to place any other movie that did this. You know, like I kept thinking of Third Rock from the Sun afterwards. Obviously, that's later. You know, we're in the mid-90s. But it's the trope of an alien. And it's almost like 90 minutes is not enough time to You know what I mean? Like I would have loved to have more time with these characters to see where they were going. I want to talk about Michael Nouri, the guy that why didn't this guy have a more massive like career? He's great in this. He's in The Pit, apparently. He's going to be the reason why I watched The Pit finally.
Oh, okay. I think what I find with Michael Nouri is that he's like a lot of these actors from this time period. They just steadily work. They just continue and steadily work, and that's what he's done. From this point, he's not really a front man. He's not really somebody in the foreground of a lot of things, but he's always there. He's been in so many things, and yet, you know, you would probably struggle to think, is he in that film? No. Or is he in that TV series? I don't remember.
But there you go. You said it. So why? One wonder why. Bad management? Because this guy is really good. His performance is great in this.
I mean,
it's suitable.
Maybe he's just not nice with producers or something. I don't know. It's one of those misdemeanors, right?
Maybe. Benny, you remember Michael Nouri from anything else?
I immediately recognized his face, and then was hard pressed to find anything that I actually remembered him from. I mean, his body of work is incredibly thick, and he's been in movies that I've seen.
When you look at his IMDb, it's a long list.
He's been in a bunch of movies that I've seen, but I'm struggling to remember like the character in a visceral sense. You know, it's he's just one of those guys, I guess. You know.
You mentioned Will Boyett earlier, the guy that, you know, he's got a few key scenes in this that are quite funny. Like he puts a box in the cafe. What do you remember him from, William Boyett?
Nothing.
But he seems recognizable, doesn't he? You get the same with every actor here, somehow.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, he was in Turner and Hooch, The Rocketeer. I've seen both those movies. I don't necessarily recall. He was in Night Court. He was, you know, like he's been in a bunch of stuff. But
yeah.
It's the same with Michael Nouri as well. Like, unless you watched All My Children, are you going to place him? But All My Children was huge. And so it would have been on, you know, you might have walked into somebody's living room and All My Children's on, and you might have seen Michael Nouri then, and hence you're like, oh, you know, maybe I do know him. But, you know, these are actors who have basically gone for the steady paycheck rather than I'm going to, you know, try and get an Oscar or be on the top of an action genre. They're just like, no, I just need steady money and I need to make sure I've got health insurance. These are those actors.
Fair enough. It is a job at the end of the day. So it is a job.
Yeah. And, you know, there's something to that, you know, there's something to those just character actors that are just steady workers that, you know, do a great job at everything they're in, but never for one reason or another get mass recognition.
Fair enough. In regards to the structure of the movie as well, when you look at it, because we're talking about, you know, supporting actors and, you know, lead material. This movie is completely story driven. Like I can't place a lead in this, which is not a bad thing, you know. I don't know if you guys had the same sense.
No, but oh my God, it's just hit me why I know Michael Nouri so well and his face.
Why?
Flashdance.
What the
fucking Flashdance. Fucking Flashdance. That's why I know his face.
Yes, it is. Holy shit, mate. Okay, that's why you're here. Well done. Fucking hell. Yes. Where did you go?
Flashdance.
See, I saw that, but it's been so long since I've seen Flashdance that I'm having trouble.
brought
We got a date movie now. We got a date movie for all of us, right?
On the next Screendivers, Flashdance.
We're going to have to do Flashdance at some point.
Yeah, of course we are, because it's Flashdance.
Yes.
It's great.
Of course. Stop moving away from the mic. I can't hear you.
Because Flashdance, it's great.
Yes. But the cars, man. The cars. There's lots of cars. Now, I like to think that I gifted this to EBD, all right, in this episode, everybody does. I actually guessed in one of their episodes. Yes. By the way, I'm due. We are due to come back at some point when you guys invite us. We're waiting for an official invitation. All right, you got to push for Kev.
I said, sure. You know what? I almost never deal with that stuff, so.
Fair enough, but perhaps you should.
I'm like the shortest leg. I do nothing. I just show up.
You don't have to show off. You just have to show up, right? But in regards to the cars. So I think I featured on an episode, I think it was Near Dark, an episode I was pushing for the guys to cover on their show. They did. And then I auto-invited myself. And while I was there, it was right around the time that I found out about IMCDB. What is IMCDB? The Internet IMCDB movie car database. Is it IMCDB? Did I say correctly this time?
Yeah, you did.
IMCDB.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
IMCDB.
And do you guys, can any of you open up a tab? Let's go through it together, because I thought that, I had to take note only of one car. Forget it. There are a lot of classic cars in this.
There are so many cars in this.
Yes. And I like to think that the gearhead, or someone that can actually take that as a compliment and as an accolade, is Benny. I think he likes cars and he knows cars quite well. I got this confirmed by Chad. Is this true?
Somewhat. Probably not as well as he thinks, but I definitely like cars. I don't know if I'm like encyclopedic about them. For instance, I definitely recognized the Ferrari GTS in this. I mean, it's the Magnum PI car.
Which year? Which year?
Just in black. Oh, I don't know.
Come on, you open up a tab. I think
Holy crap.
What is it? One of the year, right? All the cars.
The amount of cars in this film.
Yeah, but just pick the cool ones.
You know what I'd really like to talk about is the Buick Skylark.
I was about to say the Buick Electra. Oh my God.
See, there's a lot like, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? But, well, come on, let's talk about the main car. So we got the black Ferrari GTO. Is it a GTO?
It's a GTS. It's a 308 GTS.
D308 GTS. That car takes a pounding at the beginning of this movie.
Oh, it's a shame.
It is a shame. I wonder how much they're worth now. What is it, 1978, that model?
Yes, it is.
Ferrari GTS.
They made them into the 80s.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like probably a 5-year period or whatever. I think Ferrari does 5-year cycles. I think.
Something like that.
Yeah, 308. And that, dude, you said it, Magnum's car. That was the car that when you were a kid, you think of a Ferrari. I thought of that. Then as a teenager, it was more the Testarossa, like with that particular, framing. And in fact, we get a taste of that car soon to be. And it's the Mondial, which is the car that the guy is buying, right? It's a Ferrari Mondial.
I want the car. I want the car.
That's my car, buddy. Don't touch it. That's what we got.
I fucking love that bitch.
We got another black car on the car lot. Deal with him.
So what's wrong with you, man?
Give me the keys.
But when you're a kid and if you draw a Ferrari, this is pretty much the Ferrari you draw. And it's to this day, it's such a sports car shape. I love it. It's called the level of aerodynamics that it's, aggressive and nimble. It's fucking great. Dude, just looking at it now, and they're expensive. You think that they would? No, they're expensive. They're still anything between 80,000 and 120, about that. But to me, in mind, when you think of a Ferrari, this is the shape I think of.
Yeah, and they're not even really that hot. Like they're not super fast or anything.
No, they're not. They sound great.
They sound great. They look great. That's about it.
And I'm going to tell you something else. My stepfather, which I have a good relationship with, in the 80s, my mom was an artist in Rome, and they were living that extravagant lifestyle. He used to come home with a different car every weekend. And the reason why is he had an auto parts body shop. for special cars. So he actually came home with one of these on the weekend. I never fucking forget it. Red. There's other days, like all the memories that I have. He came in with a Lancia. It's called the Stratos something. It's like a turquoise blue. If you think of a rally car, let me see if I can. It's similar to this in shape. Rally car. Oh my god, Astro something. There's a Lancia. Oh my god.
Is it the like super wedge shaped looking one?
Yes, that's the
rally
one,
car
dude.
with the big,
massive
fat tires. Yeah, it's the.
Do you understand what I'm talking about? It's got a shape similar to this one, though. It's quite low to the ground.
What the hell is it called?
Turquoise blue was one of the production colors they made for it. And it's similar to this shape. That's what we're talking about. Otherwise, it would be crazy. Ricky's fucking bored out of his mind. We're talking about cars.
I'm staring at the Ford Galaxy 500, the one where the stripper gets stopped and somehow kills the guy.
The guy that goes from to
and she's
it's not really explained what happens there. Like, is the snail? Did the snail grab onto the fucking dick? Is that what happened there? Like,
throw it out. I have no idea.
I don't know if I want to know.
No.
But personally,
the guy was a fucking douche, though. Did you see his Lamborghini jacket? Awful.
Yeah. And then he took her to a Ford. That's the funny thing. Lamborghini jacket.
Yeah, because he said, I didn't great car in the parking lot. I was expecting a Lambo. No, fuck that.
No, it's a Ford. Get in this Ford right now.
Speaking of which, the actor that plays the dancer, do you remember from Babylon 5?
Yes, I do remember her from Babylon 5.
Claudia.
I have that on my bingo card.
No, but there's a story about her, and like I didn't have enough time, but at the end of this, we should all check. Apparently, there's a thing that happened to her on this movie that affected the rest of her career. And she's like, during an interview, she told the story, which I'm about to tell you. And then she said, if you don't believe me, go back and look at my performances in Babylon 5 every time I shot a weapon. In this movie, while she was shooting the gun, a piece of debris from the detonation of one of the shots damaged her cornea. So she said that it was impossible for her to shoot a weapon and not turn her head going forward in her career. So every time she shoots something, she kind of tends to look away. That's one of the stories. Then she had more unpleasant stories to tell about the production of this movie, how the producers didn't like the shape of her breasts, so they focused on a different body part. And in fact, when I read the fact of them what's doing, I was like, I wonder which one that is. Gave her a dress with a open back that shows her ass. Did you see that?
Yeah, they must have sewed her into that costume.
But, I mean, she's great. She's very, very sexy in this. And her performance is great, dude. Like, the subtlety we were talking about earlier, how Kyle MacLachlan, you can see the first time he looks in the mirror. In this is when he's invited over for dinner. And he catches his reflection in the mirror. It's like, oh, my God, this is what I look like as a human. And that was nice. It made me think of, some sequences I wish were longer in this, right? Or that the movie had more time to focus on them. And we mentioned the track of Gun in this movie, how some scenes it's back later. Yeah, it's didactic. It's done too often. Maybe that's what bothered you.
Way too often.
Yes, true.
So,
however,
that
mirror sequence reminded me of, is it Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
The one with David Bowie.
Yeah.
There's one where he's kind of mimicking shaving. And that's that mirror thing. And in fact, when I saw him, I thought, fuck, man, like there was a Bowie kind of like quality to Kyle MacLachlan when he was younger.
What it reminded me of was in Hellraiser when the
Which
dad...
one? Out of
the original.
Okay.
The original. Clive Barker's Hellraiser.
The original.
Where the father is taken over by Frank. Oh, spoiler warning, everybody, if you haven't seen Hellraiser. I know. But he then looks into the mirror and then he purposely moves his eyelid to try and like hide the fact that he's now Frank. And so when it first started occurring, great, amazing. The point in this film where I basically, again, hilarious, but it also made me go, oh, what the fuck, is that they ruined that whole thing by having the dog look in the mirror for 5 seconds.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I like that. I like that. I wanted more of the dog in the mirror. I'll do 90 minutes of the dog in the mirror, and I'll call it the dog in the mirror.
The dog in the mirror was very cute. It was very cute indeed.
And that dog is super fucking
destroyed the motif
cute.
of everybody looking in the mirror, because then you've got a dog being like, do I really look like this?
Did we see the dog die? Did we see the dog die?
Do we?
No.
I don't think we
did.
No, because the dog attacks his owner at the fridge, and the whole thing is that this parasitic alien, once it removes itself out of a body, that
it doesn't kill the host, right?
Dies. No, yeah, the host dies. So, yeah. So that dog must be dead, because every other human host dies as soon as the alien moves on to a new host.
Oh, okay. Well, we didn't see it, but that dog is super cute. Super, super cute. I don't think we've seen that dog in other movies, but maybe we did, because it's a good actor. You know, it's notoriously difficult to work with dogs and children. What the fuck are you laughing for? I want to see more of the dog. The dog in the mirror. I want to see the dog in the mirror.
I was about to say, if you want, I can try and deep dive into its career. So are you
going to find the dog's
Jake,
name, please?
The dog was called Jake.
Do it.
Roy the dog. He was in Nightmare on Elm Street 4. Of course he was.
Are you joking, mate?
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh.
Anyway. Are you serious?
Yeah, he was in Nightmare on Elm Street.
What's the name of the dog? What's the name of the dog?
Jake. It's literally called Jake. And in The Hidden, it was Roy the dog. But he was. Oh, and he's in The Boy Who Could Fly. That great, terrible movie about autism.
Hey, you're gonna get us fucking cancelled.
No, that's what the.
What are you saying? What did you say?
The Boy Who Could Fly is about a child who has autism, but by the end of the movie, his special power is that he can fly. So his autism is masking the fact that he's basically a Kryptonian.
What's the name of the movie?
The Boy Who Could Fly. Have you not seen The Boy Who Could Fly?
No. The Boy Who Could Fly. Do I need to see this?
After this, just watch the trailer.
If you want to track this dog's career, yeah, you do.
You know, when I said I enjoyed the fact you were here, Benny, I lied. Let's see. What's going on here?
You know,
oh my God, am I going to fucking... Will you just put this movie in my list on it? Okay.
Just watch the trailer. Watch the trailer. It'll give you everything. But yeah, the whole film. And yeah, fine. You're saying I'm going to be cancelled. Me coming from a neurotypical job list.
I'm not worried, but Fred Savage is in this. He's the boy who could fly.
No, he's not the boy who could fly.
He's not.
He's not. He's the friend of the boy who could fly, or at least
Eric?
the person who takes. Yes, it's the person who takes pity on the boy who could fly.
Okay.
So,
dude, there's a lot of good actors in this. Fred Gwynne is in this as well.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
And Jake. Okay. Now we know Jake's in it, so we've got to put it on the show.
Jake the dog. Okay, fair enough. Okay, yes, fair enough.
This is the moment where your podcast becomes a deep dive into the career of Jake the dog.
Absolutely, absolutely.
His filmography awaits.
When the dog appeared, and that's when I started making like a parallel. Like I started fantasizing in my head. I was like, oh my God, this is like an unofficial sequel to The Thing. What if the alien in The Thing is this piece of shit from? What's the name of the planet? Because we're given the name of the planet, right? We hear the name of the races are Ontarians or something like that. Did you guys take note of this? What are they called?
But I was weirded out because I thought they were going to, like, I didn't remember that they weren't the same species or the same planet organisms. So what I found with this whole thing is that, we got used to the anthropod coming out of the mouth. And then later on, we see that actually Kyle MacLachlan's alien is not the same planet. It's not from the same planet. It's a completely
he's not.
thing. No. That's why he's got golden, whatever, golden.
But that's
Kyle MacLachlan's alien is a column of golden light.
That song needs a business card right on the leg. I'm going to put that on my business card, man. But, so wait a second. So he's been they've been planet hopping, chasing each other, right? That's the thing.
I want to see the prequel.
It happens later in the movie. It happens in the third act when these two guys become a unit. And there's a shot that highlights this. It happens in the corridor right after he lets him out of the jail cell and gives him the gun back. There's a beautiful shot. He's walking behind him slightly out of focus and then starts moving forward. And there's a moment when he catches up with him and both of them are in focus. Then the camera stops and they walk out of frame. And it's great. It's like now, but it's just that you don't see that body cop thing with them enough because, where the movie's going, obviously. And that's another thing that the movie never moves at a different pace. Everything is there to service the story. And I think that's what makes the movie work for me. There's nothing that felt out of place because, the movie's not a vehicle for somebody's career. It's not. And guess what? Other movies in this genre usually are. They are vehicles for these people's career. Like fucking Mel Gibson, Danny Glover. The movie is a vehicle for Gibson's career. I mean, that's what I picked up on it. If you look at 48 Hours, the movie is a vehicle for Eddie Murphy's career, and so on and so on and so on. Here, there's nothing that is there that is not there to service the story. It's, I don't know, it's a level of cohesiveness, again, that to me almost doesn't belong in a movie like this, and it makes it special. That's why, it should be part of my final statement, but it was a joy to rewatch. Like, if this is playing in the background, I need to stop. I need to stop and watch it. I found myself Shazamming the soundtrack of this movie over and over. A sequence that I described earlier, the opening sequence of this movie, which is the 80s in a capsule again. That's a good way to describe it. And the song that brought it into my, field of view, it's not the song that plays in the movie. The song that plays in the movie is by a thrash metal band that I didn't know about. This is during the car chasing sequence at the beginning. It's from a band called Shock Paris. You guys know these guys from Cleveland, and the track that is playing is On Your Feet. That's the track you hear when he puts the cassette into the cassette tape of that video.
Yeah, I thought it might have been like Ronnie James Dio or something.
It sounds like that, right?
Pretty much. Yeah, I didn't know. I'd never heard of them until this movie. So
yeah, it's that sound. I even got the name of the album if you guys want to go and check it out. Steel and Starlight, 1987, released in the same year. So there you go. I mean, all the music that was playing was of the time, right of the time. Like the two Concrete Blonde, I think it's 2 or 3 Concrete Blonde tracks. That's the track that he's playing out loud from that boombox.
Still in Hollywood.
Still in Hollywood. What's the name of that Star Trek movie where Shatner and where the crew is back on Earth?
Oh,
the whale movie?
Yeah, the whale movie. Not Search of Spock.
Which one is it?
It's number 4 or 5.
I think
Voyage Home,
you guys
maybe?
have done it on the show, dude. Have you?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
I'm completely dead because I am a Trekkie and I'm drawing the actual title.
Shame when you don't worry.
Well, the fucking whale movie.
The whale movie. Whale movie.
We called it the whale movie several times on this show, so there you go.
Oh, I'm going to have to look it up now.
Ricky, I said to you that we couldn't do it because it's too close to their episode.
Yeah, it is the Voyage Home. It's Star Trek 4.
Voyager. But yeah, I also wanted to do Generations.
What is it? Is it Undiscovered Country? Is that what it's called?
No, Undiscovered Country is the political assassination Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a Trekkie too.
So am I, but none of us could remember anything other than the whale movie.
Whale movie.
Great, well done.
In my defense, it's early here, so it's early for
Ricky,
me.
You, at some point, Danny will have to call you to his ready room. He does a fantastic Patrick Stewart. I'm putting him on the spot, but he really does. It's pretty good. This Patrick Stewart is excellent. Sorry, what was that?
I just said, you know.
It's coming.
Engage.
Back when I was in the academy.
Here it comes.
We used to sing a song before every toast.
Floor's yours, mate. You know, if I can keep going. Give me an engage. Give me one single engage, please.
Engage.
It's fine. Oh, so good. So good. Now, I want to talk about the ending. We're going to hop around. But Anna had to explain to me something. Maybe I didn't have enough coffee. And I want you guys to tell me, what do you think happened in the last 5 minutes of this movie?
Well, again, it was kind of flagged earlier in the movie when he met Beck's family. And he said, that girl is very special. And I assume he means that girl's very special because she can tell who's a human and who's an alien, which is why she was like giving him like the dead eyes.
We get a sense of that the first time this happens, right? When he goes to which, by the way, to have a stranger walk into your daughter's room like that and not say anything. But they act that out well. Their reaction is natural. Like because you have social convention intruding this as well. Like, what are we going to do? He's a guest. But their reaction is pretty, again, does this type of acting belong in this movie? No, but it's here. You know what I mean? Like, what is it? Tell me.
I personally think that actually it was a little bit
You've got kids, right?
But I thought it was daytime soapy. That's why I'm not on the same level with you on this one, because I felt it was like Days of Our Lives, sort of, All My Children. So, yeah, that's how I felt. That's how I felt during this film. But
which sequence in particular?
Especially them standing around the child's bedroom while she's like trying to go to bed, but she's like staring at the obvious alien at the end of her bed. But
you're saying the obvious alien, but. This is before the dinner scene. This is before dinner.
Yeah, but even before the dinner scene, he said like he's got those moments where he's like driving the car and he's like, oh, it's a really nice car. How much did it cost? I don't know. Why? What do you mean you don't know how much it costs? Because I stole it.
That was the moment I clocked it.
He does say that to him. He says that to him, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, because then he throws it back at him later on. He goes, and you told us, like...
Yeah. Again, things like that. So there were like little moments for, again, it's, I don't see it as Chekhov gunnery. I see it as breadcrumbs. Like we are purposely laying these breadcrumbs down so that the audience don't go,
right?
Yeah, but not only that, the audience doesn't go bullshit. He's an alien.
Yeah,
so they're
but fuck, man. But you have to do it, right?
I didn't make the film, and
you fucking didn't like this movie, man. Is that what you're telling me? You didn't like this movie?
We're gonna when this is why I've been holding my tongue a little bit this whole time. Yeah, exactly. Here we go. Opinions don't matter. Just one opinion matters.
Just yours. Fuck you.
Anyway. Person that I actually believed in this film was Claudia Christian. And because her character was one-dimensional, but it gained more dimensions when she became the alien. Like, she was the perfect conduit for the alien because she was, basically they set her up to have no character apart from she's a stripper. Great. So when the alien enters her, you learn more about the alien in her, 20-odd minute sequence than you do in any other host.
That's true. I never thought about it that way. I think I was just in shock because I did not have seeing the lady from Babylon 5 do a striptease on my bingo card when I started this movie. So, I was still kind of reeling from that.
Made of wands. Literally, her whole G-string. It's not that she had wands in a G-string. Her G-string was made of wands.
It came preloaded.
She had the change ready because she knew her clientele.
Oh man, that is good.
But that scene was incredible as well. Just him bleeding all over the bar, and the bartender the one person that shows him some sort of empathy or at least sympathy to try and help him out, like recoils in horror at his answer because he's looking at the wrong hand that he's talking.
Yeah.
And he's just pissing blood all over the bar, but he looks at the other hand. It's almost it's almost like a Peter Jackson early gore film, that moment.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I love that for some reason when William Boyd is playing the alien, I just like every bit there was comedic gold. Like it's so funny. Just everything, the fucking diner scene, the I want the car scene. Like, I was just laughing the entire time.
Him finding an arsenal in the back of a store, that was hilarious.
Oh, the delight of finding that arsenal back there in the whatever the hell that store was supposed to be, like an imported goods emporium, like.
And of course, like, it's the 80s, so if they're importing international goods like statues, of course they're going to have, like, AK-47s behind them as well. Oh, and an RPG. There was just a random RPG just in there as well. So
there's got to be an RPG. There's always got to be an RPG. In an 80s movie? Come on, man.
Come on. But also, even the scene where he's driving the car and he sees a lady he likes, and then he just points at another lady and like gets her to try and come into the car. I am so glad that woman just said fuck off. I was like, brilliant. Thank God she just told him to go fuck himself.
Doesn't he kind of like look in the like rearview mirror for a second and kind of go like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I was punching above my weight, of course. Yeah, all right.
He even acknowledges that. Oh, I get it.
I see my reflection now. Yep. I'm in the
my bad.
Yeah.
When he goes to the house of the drug dealers, there's a moment in which he walks into the room. He realizes that he really likes music. So he sees a device that plays the music, switches it on, and it's fucking country. His reaction, he picks up the entire stereo and fucking throws it to the ground.
Destroys it. Fuck country folk. Fuck country folk. Where's my punk?
Yeah.
I believe in sunshine, even through the rain. I believe in happiness when I'm going through the pain.
You can see that the writers kind of put a touch of themselves in here for sure. But it's the disdain for the entire genre. Yeah. I loved it.
But her touching her breast means that the alien has been very misogynistic up to that point because the alien had never been in a woman, had never been in a human woman.
Right.
Yeah. So like, and its usual
but it's
MO,
circumstance, isn't it? It just arrived on Earth. We don't know how many.
But the alien's usual MO is white middle-aged male. From the. It just keeps jumping into white middle-aged male. Even in the dog, it's like, I'm not sure about the dog. I'm going to jump in that white middle-aged male.
Well, but wait a second, because he's beginning to understand. Wait a second. Okay, you're an asshole. But he's beginning to understand how our society works. In fact, the last switch is into someone that has power, right? A politician. That entire sequence, is it a senator? I think he goes into.
Yeah.
That reminded me of the Dead Zone. that sequence, like the end of the Dead Zone a little bit. And it's a good set piece for the movie as well, right? Because the final confrontation, this puzzle needs to come together. Everything needs to be timed just right. We, as the viewer, we know that it can only kill this creature when he's in transitioning, right? But all of this needs to happen against all odds, because all of a sudden he's facing law enforcement. He's facing, a larger, it's a hazardous scenario, right? It's a difficult thing to do. So it's already hard because everything needs to come into place and needs to be timed just right. But on top of that, it's one versus all. And that's, this movie, man, I wonder if your rating is going to change a little bit by the end of this conversation. Like you've been flexible before, but you don't look like you're going to flex enough. That's okay.
Maybe a little flex, but probably not the way you want.
I can live with it.
I can live with it. To be honest, for the past 5 or 10 minutes, I have been pissing myself laughing. So, there's that.
Okay, you want to go get changed or?
No. I just want to sit in my own juices for a while, like many of the actors in this film.
Fucking hell, man. Other little bits. There's a lot of comedy, like that. It's like little bits, right? When he's given the Alka-Seltzer and told how to take it, fine. But then he's given an aspirin, and the guy that gives him, he just drops the tablet inside the glass and then looks up like, and then in the next scene, he's trying to get exactly what would happen, which is the aspirin is stuck to the end of the glass. He's trying to get it down. It's just little things like this. It's detail. You know what I mean? Like another movie wouldn't have done it, but this movie does it. I wonder what ended up on the cutting floor here, because there is, 97 minutes as well. That's a run. It's tight running time, dude. It's perfect running time.
I also enjoyed the scene where they introduced the flamethrower, because that detective was hilarious, and I wanted more of him, and yet I didn't.
A little racist the way he's introduced, right? It's him and Edo Ross at the desk, and Edo Ross thrusts like a thing and he doesn't hit the basket, but then the black guy looks at him, gets up and goes, and Edo Ross looks at him like, you're black. Fuck.
Oh, actually, you know what? I'll give you this. The little bit of nuance that I really liked about this film was when Beck sits down and is trying to do paperwork, and then Kyle MacLachlan comes in and...
What's Beck's name? And what's his rank in the police force? Do we know?
Oh, let's call him Detective, because...
He's a detective.
Detective Tom Beck.
Yeah, there you go.
While you're thinking about the thing that there's... we talked about the opening sequence, but we didn't... I catch that on this viewing. The typical 1980s, like, of a shotgun. It happens, I think, 7 or 8 times at the beginning of this movie.
Yeah.
One of them cocks a shotgun, and then everyone else does it, and it's that fast editing cut to each one of them. So it's. And by the way, if you would have to use a weapon, our weapon expert, resident expert, is not here today. That's Steve, right? Guns. But in this one, everyone has chosen to use the least suitable gun weapon for it. They have to hit a moving target, right? Who's coming towards them. There is no accuracy whatsoever to a shotgun. So why the fuck would you use a shotgun?
I actually out loud said that when Claudia Christian was like, blasting people with that shot, trying to blast them in the shotgun from a catwalk, from 20 or 30 feet away. I'm like, yeah, it's really the.
And he takes a lot of the shots, by the way. I mean,
you need the driver, not the putter, man. Come on.
There you go. And look, it's science fiction, right? The idea is that the human host, can die just like a human would die. And that rule gets broken in this movie because people get shot over and over again. And it's also an important set piece here. Whenever there's this first sequence when our detective, played by Michael Nouri, which is Sergeant, by the way, Sergeant Tom Beck, is on the rooftop, he's kind of trying to get his bearings again. And I can't remember how he gets hurt exactly, but at least he pulled his shoulder. He's fucking holding for his dear life off the rooftops, and somehow he gets pulled back in by Kyle MacLachlan's character was created as Lloyd Gallagher. And then we learn he's supposedly his real name or his other name, whatever. He's got 2 or 3 names in this, whatever. But he gets pulled back onto the rooftop, and Sergeant Back sees what's going on and starts, working out all the questions he's going to ask him later, because there's a lot of questions. But one of them is he says, "You shot her 15 times." Is that something like that? And she kept walking. That's when the movie misses a few steps, because.
But I do love the coroner being like, "Great, you put 15 bullet holes in her. Trying to make my job harder, are you?"
But he complains before. He says, "You put so many into my van. This is another one for my van today." It's like, what the. But as he's pulling the pants back onto the guy, by the way. You remember?
Yeah. But what I was trying to say earlier is there's a bit where Tom Beck gets some paperwork. He sits down and he's about to do it, and Lloyd comes in and basically addresses him, and he goes and he drops the paperwork off at somebody else's desk who says, "Oh, you got to be kidding me! I just got rid of this," and or whatever. But what I loved about it was this film essentially one detective trying to do paperwork, and was constantly told, "No, you have to follow this case to the very end."
It's the hidden folder. The hidden folder.
That was the hidden part of the movie.
Oh, it's a ridiculous, ridiculous film. Oh, and of course, did everyone catch the cameo that everybody needed to see in this film? No?
We're waiting with bated breath.
Oh, you're waiting for bated breath. You get Danny Trejo. Did anybody see Danny Trejo?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
I shouted it. We all shouted here.
Yeah.
To the point that Anna jumped. She's next to me. I'm like, "Danny Trejo!"
There was no
Big
way
tattoo
you could,
on his chest, right? You know who the woman on his chest is meant to be, apparently, from what we heard. We heard it from her, and I heard it from him in a different interview. It's meant to be Salma Hayek.
Oh.
But, yes, as in... He got the tattoo. Then he met Salma Hayek, and Salma Hayek recalled. I'll send you guys. I'll put it in not the show notes, but I'll put it in the comments like we usually do. There's an interview with Salma Hayek, tells the story of her exchange with Danny Trejo the first time they met, and how he kind of fell over heels for her. But he told her a very endearing story of how it was convincing as well. He wasn't pulling her leg. The woman tattooed on his chest is the woman that he envisioned when he asked for that tattoo. And it's meant to be Salma.
Oh.
So, yeah. To the point that he couldn't talk. It was a very genuine exchange they had. He was spellbound, and he was telling her that, you're the woman on my chest, and he showed her. Imagine that, then Trejo going, "Oh my God," fuck.
Yeah. So, wait, now did he described a woman to the tattoo artist, and then he was like, "Wait,
yes.
There's she?" He had never seen her, he didn't know who she was.
No.
And then when he actually
met
saw
Salma,
her, he was like, "You're the lady of my dreams."
Yeah. And I can understand where that story would come from. It's like when there may have been times in my life in which I said "Oh, yeah, you don't understand." So something that has a lot of meaning for you, but none to the person you're talking to until you tell them what it is. It's like almost an epiphany kind of thing. And she told the story saying, "I believe him as well." So it was kind of sweet. It wasn't hitting on her or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But
there's a 22-year age difference between the two of them. So if that was his pickup line, he messed up massively.
if Danny Trejo invites you to dinner, you're fucking gone for dinner. That's,
They hire me for my face.
Yeah.
I love that this is a retroactive cameo. I mean, it was just a bit part back then, but over the years, as Danny Trejo's star has sort of risen.
Absolutely. Do you think this was one of his first roles? Should we look at his credit, credited when it comes down to his credits on IMDb at least? I wonder how far in this is. I must have been Mexican number 1, Mexican number 2, Mexican number 3 a lot of times. Hey, well, that's the way it is.
Yeah, it is.
That's at least the way it was.
I'm scrolling down. Man, he does so many films. He's always at the bottom. Here's So prior to this, he was in Runaway Train.
You're joking.
Bulletproof. So
Runaway Train with De Niro. Runaway Train with De Niro.
No, not with De Niro.
Which one is it? The one that I'm thinking about?
With John Voight and Eric Roberts. He was in that.
That's another guy that does a lot of cameos, Eric Roberts.
Yes. Because it pays for his weed addiction, so
My God, dude, have you seen Danny Trejo's IMDb?
Yeah,
Jesus,
it's huge. It's 465 films.
God.
Sorry, 465
87.
films and TV series.
Okay,
Maybe
so
we're-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's his 5th acting role, credited
Yeah.
acting role.
Yeah.
That's not. It's one of his early. Yeah. Yeah, he was in Bulletproof as well. Runaway Train, which
Yeah,
is the movie I was thinking about.
You were thinking.
Ricky,
You were thinking.
the one with it's got a comedian
Midnight
in it.
Express? No.
Midnight Express. Midnight Train. Midnight Express is fucking Alan Parker.
Yes,
That's a
it is.
drama,
So,
which we'll have to do on
which
the show at
one
some point. By
was-
the way,
What's
what's it called, Benny? You know which one? He plays a cop that is carrying like a witness or something.
Yeah,
That's De
he's
Niro
handcuffed
and
to a witness, and he's
yes.
they're on
What
a
the fuck is it
train,
called?
And there's a lot
Oh my
of
god!
jibe talking. Am I allowed
Come
to
on,
say
guys.
that?
What's
I've
the
said
name
it
of that
now.
movie?
Jibe talking.
What's the name of that movie?
It is not. It is on. It is not.
worry,
Was
this
it
gets
after
edited
Mean
out.
Streets or before Mean Streets?
Excuse me. I speak jive.
You want to talk some jive? You want to talk some jive? It's Gene Hackman in The Royal Tenenbaums. It's one of my
Yeah.
favorite lines out of that. You want to talk some jive? Cold
Midnight
Train.
Run. Midnight Run.
Midnight
That's why
Run.
I was
There you go.
saying-
Well,
There you go. That's
thank
why
you
I
very
was getting
much.
it confused with
Yeah.
Express.
The
Midnight.
movie wasn't as good when I watched
Glad
it.
we
the
sorted
second
that
time.
out.
Mm.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, Benny. All right. Now,
Cul de sac.
all right, let's go back to this movie, please.
I was about to say, going back to Michael Nouri, just to send us, you said, "Oh, you will watch The Pit." I just remembered what he played in The Pit and what his character was.
Are you watching The Pit?
Yes, I am.
Is it worth watching? Do I need to go there?
I love it, but I used to love ER as well. So, but the fact that it's like ER and 24 mixed into one, I love it. It's
been praised. There's a lot of
it's
people
compelling
on my
television.
yeah. Everyone's talking about
Yeah.
it. So
But I've described it to you before, but the fact that you might get a case in like episode 3 and they kind of like disappear and then all of a sudden they're like the main story in like episode 5 for a section. It's great. And following
it jumps around in the
yeah,
timeline.
yeah. So basically,
Okay.
but it's just like 24. The first season is 18 hours in an A&E department. That's
Okay.
it. So it's one shift in an A&E department,
And
then
the
all
story across episodes recounts these 18 hours.
yeah.
Okay.
And over those 18 hours, lots of things happen, even to a point where I think actually the shift's meant to be 14 or 15 hours, but because of an incident, their duty or their shift extends by a couple more
Right.
hours. So
How many episodes in the first season?
18.
10.
There's 18. in the
18
first-
episodes?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? 18 episodes of a season?
Yeah, it's great. It's really compelling.
How long are they?
They're about 40 to 50 minutes.
or something?
Yeah.
So
40
each one is
Sorry,
meant
how
to
long?
encapsulate an hour of time. Essentially.
Yeah, about 40 to 50 minutes.
Oh, wow. 18 episodes. That's a lot to produce for a season.
Yeah.
They all dropped at once.
No, it was weekly. It was great.
Okay.
It was really
HBO, right?
good. Yeah.
Okay.
HBO Max or HBO The Max or Max.
Couple things that we missed. One was we began to talk about the flamethrower.
Mm-hmm.
The minute I saw that, I was like, "Yeah, that's going to be used at the end. That's going to be used to kill the bad guy at the end of the movie. There's no doubt about that."
Did they get that from the arms dealer, the guy that's buying the car, the douchebag with the white suit?
No.
Okay.
One of the cop had it in the precinct. He was like, "Hey guys,
Yeah, but
look at
he
this."
says who they got it from.
Heavy foreshadowing there.
Mm-hmm.
And then
A
I just
Chekhov's
wanted to-
gun, a literal Chekhov's gun.
Absolutely.
Mm.
I just wanted to comment on how janky the precinct was, that like awful green paint, and then the fact that like all the, different departments looked like the signs looked like they were like made by I don't know, all the actors' kids or something. You know, it's like Vice and Homicide, but they're all like different. You know, what they just look like they were made by different people, and they're just like on cardboard,
like a school gym's changing room to me.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what?
All of it. Yeah, the layout. I think it's ratings times.
Okay, to the horror of my two co-hosts this week, I have given this a 3.9. The reason I gave this a 3.9 is that, yes, I will not be watching this film again, so automatically it's below a 5. And also, I think that one of the things that I didn't like about this film is as much as the soundtrack was cool, the introduction during the editing of the soundtrack was really jarring and really in your face, which, you know, it's okay because it's an 80s film. And
I'll make sure to send an email to Mr. Michael Covertino.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's his name.
You tell him. Stop it.
I actually agree with you. It's a fucking disaster.
Yeah.
It's jarring.
Yeah, so many points where it's suddenly like it will be following something, part of the soundtrack will be playing, and it either cuts off abruptly or a different soundtrack suddenly punches you in the face.
Punches in, yeah.
There was also, as much as I loved the action sequences, they were very disjointed between each other. Like if this film was a bunch of vignettes, or if it was a comedy sketch show, I'd love this film. But because it was trying to convey a storyline, which was actually quite simplistic and yet quite entertaining at the same time, it's not a film I would return to. It did remind me a lot of other films, and maybe that was the detriment, that it reminded me of The Thing. It reminded me of They Live. It reminded me of, and a lot of the films that it reminded me of preceded this film. Not They Live, but The Thing, a lot of body horror.
So you're saying that the hidden is derivative to you? It's derivative.
Not derivative, just other films have done this sort of thing better. And, you know, David Cronenberg has done a lot of these sort of films. Alien, taking over, The New Wave.
1987.
Yeah, but again, Rabid was before this, Shivers was before this, Scanners was before this. And as much as I really enjoyed some moments, and it made me laugh, totally made me laugh, I will not be watching this film again. So a 3.9 stolen cassette tapes.
Very good. You know, if I were actually basing my rating on the same criteria that you did, Ricky, I'd probably give it about the same. I'd probably give it closer to like a 4 or 4.5 maybe. But that's not how I do things. I do things by vibe, and I do things by the value that I get out of the movie. The value that I got out of this movie was unintentional, probably, in the filming of it. I got a lot of laughs out of this. I laughed my ass off, and I enjoyed that. So that's why I'm giving it a 7. And the 7, I don't know, let's say 7 G-string dollars.
Holy shit, that's what I'm buying on it for Christmas. That's
preloaded dollars.
Preloaded G-string.
Yeah, but the dollars have Rickson's face on them. Fair enough. All right. For me, it's an 8.5. It's an 8.5 Alka-Seltzers. Why is it an 8.5? Because this movie surprised me. And it doesn't innovate. It doesn't revolutionize anything. Maybe it did at the time, though. And I wish I somehow skipped this. What is a classic for different reasons? There's no nostalgia either. There's no nostalgia. There's perhaps a sense of nostalgia that I get from the movie. I said to you guys when I was selling this to you, I picked this and threw it at you. Right, which breaks, Screendivers convention, because normally we give 6 picks to our listeners and friends, colleagues, whatever. Ben falls under the category of a colleague as well. You guys do the same thing, and I wanted something special to bring you on for, and I had to pick something with whatever sensibilities I think you may have whenever you select a movie yourself, and I hope we got that right. It seems that we did, because you had a joyous reaction to this movie. It made you laugh, but it wasn't laughing in derision.
Yeah, I love me a flawed, schlocky 80s movie. I really do. And I don't know if this is overrated, but it's sort of forgotten or sort of been like overshadowed by other movies that have done the same thing. So it's always fun to find something, even though you've seen it before, you didn't really remember it. And it just, it's cool to find a buried treasure, as it were.
100%. But the thing is, it's a buried treasure to, I think, all of us, right? And when I mention this to other filmophiles or the cinephiles, people that have this as a hobby, that enjoy this art form to a level that causes kinship whenever you have that conversation with another person that sees this medium the same way as we do, the conversations I had were mostly like, oh shit, you haven't seen that? And I hope to get more exchanges like that. I don't see, if anything, that's like, you just gave me a gift. If there's something I missed and you like the same medium like we do, and you recommend it to me, that becomes a rare occasion. It's a rare instance. I want more of those. I welcome them. This movie falls under the category. So there's no nostalgia or anything else. I think it does stand up above the rest. I don't see the movie being derivative in any shape or form because of when it was made. I also think that it's not intentional. I think this movie, like you said, Benny, I think this movie has a quality that it's not, it doesn't fall under the category of so bad it's good or whatever. It's whenever it pulls that rabbit out of the hat, it feels like it was done unintentionally. When all these cogs come together, when all these pieces come together, you get a movie like The Hidden. This movie, for me, is in the same shelf as Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn. It has a quality that perhaps the movie was sold in a particular way and something. I didn't look at the special effects. I didn't look at any of that. I looked at the set pieces and how the story came together. But the quality that I enjoyed the most, like I said earlier, this movie was made at a time in which movies like this were a vehicle for something else, were a vehicle for a lead star, or were a vehicle for the genre that the movie takes place in. If it's an action movie, this movie doesn't feel like any of that. And yet, it was probably sold like an action movie. It was probably, so it does something, whatever this movie does, it's unintentional, and that there's an effortless kind of nature. There's a little bit of magic. It's hard to replicate because, again, that greatness here is unintentional. And that is why I like The Hidden. So I highly recommend it. Can we all, even if we have different ratings, recommend this movie to our listeners?
Maybe if you're intoxicated enough, yes.
Yes, watch it lubricated in some fashion.
Absolutely. I was going to announce this in the next episode, but we are looking for a third Screendiver. There's an opening, so if you're interested.
Oh, right. Oh, I just got it. Oh, you're acting me up. Oh, he's a funny man. No. He's a funny man.
Yeah, right. Anyway, look, regardless, I highly recommend this movie to anyone who wants to have a little bit of an offbeat, entertaining time with a film. It's 97 minutes. It flies by. I stand by my statement earlier on, which is I think this is the 80s in a capsule. It's the type of compression that makes diamonds. It's a decade in a little gem, and that gem is The Hidden. And on that note, this was Umba.
This is Ricky.
This is Ben.
Glass hour, you turn and cower, see it turn to dust. Move on a stone dark night, we take to flight. Snowfall turns to rust, seeming to fuse in mind like a nursing rhyme. Fat man starts to fall, here in a hostile place. I hear your face start to call. And if you think that I've been losing my way, that's because I'm slightly blinded. And if you think that I don't make too much sense, that's because I'm broken-minded. Don't keep it inside. to lie. Shadows move in pairs, ring out from a bruised postcard in the shooting yard, looking through the tears. Out of the black slate time, we move in line, but never reach an end. Falling along straight down as the ice comes down, rivers start to bend. And if you think that I've been